We were all playing cards until 10 p.m. Then Betty, Mrs. Bryson, went outside to get some fresh air. After that, my mother said she was going to the kitchen, so I watched the soccer on TV with old Mr. Bryson. I think Betty came back in after a few minutes and sat with us. Then my mother screamed. I'm not sure of the time. Perhaps it was 10:15 or 10:20.
Well, I'm not sure of the exact time, but at 10 o'clock we finished playing cards and broke up. Ben and Dan switched on the TV to watch the soccer. Betty went outside for some fresh air, and John went to his room to write some letters. I thought I'd make him some coffee, so went into the kitchen to get everything ready. Sharon was there already. The time? I think that was about 10:10. Anyway, I made the coffee and took it into John. It was just awful. He was laying on the floor with blood all over the carpet. I screamed and dropped the cups. I don't remember anything else.
What was I doing at 10 o'clock, you said? Well, we'd just finished playing cards, so I was watching TV with Ben. Soccer. England won. It was a good match. Who else? Well, poor John, of course, Mr. Sanders. He went to his room to write some letters. Betty said she needed fresh air and went for a walk in the garden. But she soon came back. I'm sure it was at 10:05 because I looked up at the clock as she walked in. Mrs. Sanders wasn't in the living room then. I'm so sorry for her. She loved her husband a lot.
What did I do at 10 o'clock? Well, we had just finished playing cards and I had a headache, so I decided to take a walk in the garden. I went outside but didn't stay long. It was too cold, so I came back inside after about 5 minutes. When I came in, I saw Sharon in the kitchen, but I didn't talk to her. I went straight in and watched TV with the boys in the living room. Did I see anybody outside? No, I didn't. But I could hear someone moving around the other side of the house. I have no idea who.
I was in the kitchen all evening, making snacks and drinks for the guests. I saw nobody, but heard the door open just after 10 o'clock. 5 minutes later, I heard the door open again and saw Mrs. Bryson come in from the garden. She looked sad. The door opened again at about 10:10, and this time Mrs. Sanders came in. She made coffee for her husband and took it to him. Then I heard this terrible scream. It was awful.